Hola and bienvenidos everybody. My name is NittPicc, and if you're wondering why I'm sitting here in my Iron Man onesie, it's because I was not feeling well a couple days ago. I am still feeling like I'm getting better, so I figured I'm just gonna stay in my comfort zone and continue to record content because I need to, and I'm feeling a little bit better, so why not? I was good enough to do my makeup, so why not record? If you don't know who I am, you've never been here before, my name's NittPicc. I'm a flutist and a music educator who enjoys all types of music. Today I'm excited because I am doing a Patreon request from one of my perfect fourth tier members, and his name is Zelbinian. He suggested I listen to the Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons full main theme. And I'm excited about this because I'm a big gamer. I love video game music. I feel like it's very underappreciated. Also, the only thing I have to say about this is the only thing I know about Guild Wars is I know it's like a Korean-based game that's an MMORPG. Big fan of MMORPGs. I used to play World of Warcraft all the time before my guild disbanded. It's been a hot minute, so I miss it a lot. We're gonna jump right into this, so before we do that, if you end up liking the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord where you can do suggestions like these, or there's a link to my Patreon where you can check out extra content as well as some free content that just gets blocked. You can also do suggestions like these where they are automatic if you want. So let's jump right in. I'm so excited, dude. Oh. Is that a Dagwam? That instrument, what's the name of that instrument? Ooh, that French horn, baby. Ooh. Addition of more brass. Use of pentatonic scale. Like there's chimes in the background. Okay, wait. There's a lot that's happening in this, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. So what I want to talk about first, the instruments that we're hearing in the opening. Okay, my knowledge of Guild Wars is very small. I do remember like the artwork of Guild Wars, like the first game, very vividly. It had a woman's face on it and had Guild Wars. I know obviously it's like been around for quite some time. I think like the original Guild Wars has been around like since 2007, I think. Anyway, besides the point, I would assume like since it was originally created in South Korea, a lot of the instrumentals I would assume would have these. Like, these are world instruments, so I would assume that these instruments would be Korean instruments. Like, this sounds like that first instrument we hear, which, as a flutist, I am a sucker for some flute sound. So my initial thought was like, ooh, it sounds like a ditsu. Like a ditsu, which is like a Chinese flute, which has a membrane that vibrates. And that vibration creates a slight buzzing sound. And so that buzzing sound sounds similar to that, but then I'm like, but if this is Korea, it would be a dagwam or dagwam. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's similar. It's played like traverse. It's like held out to the side. has a membrane on it that vibrates, and it's so cool. This must be a larger one. So the lower the sound, the larger the flute usually. So in this case, it's probably a bigger. What I love about the sound is like, and then we get this big brass hit, but the sound of that degwam, I think, is so like warm. It's cozy, yet almost like foreshadowing what is coming, I guess. I love that it's giving this sense of like, just like care, but be careful, you know? And the way there's like some grace notes interjected into the musical line, and the way they're using their vibrato to create that musical level of intensity. It's slower vibrato. They're building up the intensity, right? We got, listen to that, and then we have strings just sustaining in the background. The accents, the floating sharp with the air, and then this instrument. Like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this instrument, and I think it's called a tapyongso. So, okay, at first my brain, because again, my brain's like, ooh, classical instruments. I immediately, for some weird reason, thought it was a soprano saxophone, and then I realized it can't be. These have to be world instruments. So I think it's a tapyongso. And the reason why I think it's that is because of the way it sounds. So, and it's funny because it kind of, what this instrument is it has a bell on it. And it kind of looks like a bell. It has a piece of wood that extends from the bell. It's got holes on it that you can put your hands on, fingers over. And then it's got a mouthpiece. But what you would think would be like a trumpet, it is not. It is actually a double reed, very similar to like the shawm or the oboe. Okay, so a double reed, the difference between a single reed, like a saxophone and clarinet. So single reed has a mouthpiece, and then a single reed goes onto it with a ligature, and it vibrates when you push air through. A double reed has two sides to the reed, folds over on itself, and it vibrates as you blow air through it, and it gets more like a nasally kind of duckish sound. And it's cool because this is similar to that, and you can look it up, and it's such a bizarre little instrument, but it sounds so cool. It's very almost tribal. Like at first I thought, like when I heard that part that we just heard right now, it sounds like a Native American voice, like singing and calling to your ancestors. And the use of vibrato really sends that home. Hold on. And then here. Tell me this doesn't sound like someone's... That is absolutely beautiful. And then we get a rhythmic motif. And this. Da-da. Da, 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 da. 2, 3. Ah. Dude, yes. And then all the brass. Plus low strings. Introduction of all the strings. And this, I love that drum, that whatever I'm hearing. Now, the big drum that I'm hearing sounds similar to a taiko, but that's Japanese. So I'm not quite sure what the instrument would be. So, but it has to be some kind of large drum besides just a bass drum, right? Bass drums have a little bit of a different sound. But in here, I love that you hear this almost like a clapping style drum. And I don't even know what that is. It sounds so cool. If you guys have an idea of what it is, please leave it down below in the comments. But another thing I just want to point out is there's this like chime in the background that I'm hearing, and it's absolutely beautiful in the background. Like here. Love the contrast between the long melody versus the trumpets. Yes, dude. Horns. The Tap Young So came back. Is it over? Oh my god. No, I didn't want that to be over. We have to go back. Okay. Specifically, I want to go back all the way over here. I didn't want that to be over. That is such a good theme. Okay, simple things I want to talk about first before I jump into some other things. So, I mentioned it earlier, the pentatonic scale. So, we have many types of scales in music. We have major scales, minor scales, and we have 3 forms of minor scales: natural, harmonic, and melodic minor scales. On top of that, we have whole tone, octatonic, and the one we're talking about right here is pentatonic. So penta meaning 5, okay? What's cool about pentatonic scales is you have 5 notes. If you wanted to build it, consists of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd scale degree. You skip all the way to the 5th and the 6th scale degree. So like for instance, if we were to take C major, C, D, E, G, and then A. That's a pentatonic scale. That's the basic idea of a pentatonic scale, but like you can actually build it multiple different ways. Like there's the blues pentatonic, there's the Chinese pentatonic, there's multiples. So, but going along the lines of that, that's what I wanted to talk about before I talked about this. That trumpet interjection, and listen to this wee, wee. And then trumpets come back. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. There's this cool like in the background of my ears, and it sounds like as if it were chimes, but if they were muted but more glassy. I don't know what that is, but it's a really cool sound. It's like piano, but it's not piano. You hear that? I love this drum beat, man. And then, ooh, yes! I love the rhythm of 1, 2, 3. It's just so powerful that and they're very stenate, very stated about it. There's another stringed instrument in here. corn part. Yeah, and the Tapyongso comes back. Jeez. Oh my god. Yes, Albanian, you may have found the cure for my, issue that I've had this last week. I've just been sick, guys. Like, literally all I've been doing is hydrating with Gatorade. Not a sponsor. But, like, this is so... I'm a sucker, okay, for classical music. You guys know this. I'm sure you all know this by now. And, like, I love all the music you guys send me. But, like, when I get stuff like this, it is an opportunity for my little nerd brain to nerd out really hardcore about it. And I don't get an opportunity to do this very often. And it's funny because, like, again, I talk about this before, that, like, video games, we overlook the music too many times. And sometimes, like me, I turn the music off because I tend to listen to the music more than play the game. So this is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Very awesome theme. It's very strong percussion. But that brass, man, that interjected brass in about here, like 2:30. Beautiful. I might need me some Guild Wars, man. This is sick. Good choice, Zelbanian. Great suggestion from my perfect fourth, Zelbanian. Thank you for that. I am very curious about Guild Wars now. I might actually kind of check it out. So, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. I want to continue the conversation about music. What do you think about this theme, End of Dragons, the full theme? Also, just because we can continue the conversation doesn't mean we can't continue the conversation about video games. Do you play Guild Wars 2? What other music is great in this game? Like, I'm assuming there's like world themes and like location themes. I'm curious about them if so. Also, it's been a hot minute since I played World of Warcraft, so if there's any music in there that I should check out, I'm willing to check that out too. Games, guys, send me the music. Send me your favorite songs. Anyway, before I sign off, if you end up liking the channel, please like and subscribe. If you want to check out more, there's some links down in the description below for my Discord where you can do more suggestions like this, or a link to my Patreon where you can check out extra content as well as some free content. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm going to go see if I can get a little bit better, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.